Hey, what is up guys, welcome to XT. And you guys know about AMD Ryzen, right? Well, they're back again with their new processor, Ryzen 3 2200G and Ryzen 5 2400G. Well, this time they have tried something new. They included the Vega GPU with it. Well, that makes it APU. CPU plus GPU is APU. Just like the Intel does with their processor. But Intel has a low-end graphics in their processors. Unexpectedly, you can do some decent gaming with medium settings in 1080p with this new Ryzen processors. Not kidding. You can do some really budget gaming there. So the Ryzen 3 2200G has 4 cores and 4 threads. The base clock is 3.5 GHz along with 3.7 GHz boost clock. The GPU is the Vega 8 with 2 GB of VRAM. It has 8 GPU cores. The graphics clock speed is 1100 MHz, or you can say 1.1 GHz. Okay, so the Ryzen 5 2400G comes with hyperthreading. It has 4 cores with up to 8 threads. The base clock is 3.6 GHz and the boost clock speed is 3.9 GHz, almost 4 GHz. And the GPU is Vega 11. It has the same 2 GB of VRAM, I mean the graphics memory, and 11 GPU cores. The graphic clock speed is 1250 MHz, or you can say 1.25 GHz. It is said to be it has the equivalent power as a combination of i5 6th generation with Nvidia GT 1030. Actually, there are some similar features between these two processors, Ryzen 3 2200G and Ryzen 5 2400G. Both of these has 4 MB of level 3 cache and 2 MB of level 2 cache. And this supports DDR4 RAMs with the memory speeds of 2933 MHz. So the TDP, I mean the thermal design power, is 65 watt in both of them. Also, both of them follows the Zen plus Vega architecture. It is said to be that these processors will also support in the previous generation motherboards, which has AM4 sockets. But you need to update the BIOS firmware to make it compatible. AMD really did a great job by doing this, whereas Intel never provides this kind of compatibility. Intel's any new generation's processor never supports the previous generation's motherboards. So now it made obvious that these Ryzen processors are really cool. But what about the price? How much does this cost? Well, the Ryzen 3 2200G costs $100 and the Ryzen 5 2400G cost about $170. If you see now, the price of these processors are really low if you compare with the specs, and also it's way better than its predecessor. If you compare this new generation with the last generation of Ryzen processors, it will always be in a win-win situation. The 2200G basically beats up every existing Ryzen 3 lineup. The 2400G ends up in the toss-up with the more expensive 1600X. So what you get is the onboard graphics, 4+0 better CCX design, and second generation precision boost. But what you give up is the level 3 cache and a couple of cores for multi-threaded tasks like 3D rendering. But that will just work fine if you just play games. Speaking of that, let's just jump into the gaming performance of the Ryzen G's integrated graphics. Let's start with the Call of Duty World War II. Low settings in 1080p. Well, the 2400G does pretty good job. It sticks around average 51 FPS. And 2200G sticks around 41 FPS on Call of Duty World War II. In Wolfenstein 2, the 2400G gets the 64 FPS and 2200G gets 54 FPS. These are unexpectedly doing good gaming in 1080p. Remind you that anti-aliasing is not used, it's turned off. Even in the Assassin's Creed Origin in low settings, 2400G cranks up to average 40 to 45 FPS, and 2200G sticks on average 38 FPS with anti-aliasing turned off. I think you can easily do some decent gaming in medium settings with the anti-aliasing FXAA if you lower the resolution to 720p. Both the processors also performs very well in the Battlefield 1 and on the rise of the Tomb Raider. It is said to be 2400G's integrated graphics performs better than the Nvidia GT1030, which is paired up with the Intel's i5. Well, what can you expect? Intel is still better on single-core workloads. But if you see all around, with the integrated graphics and the CPU in this price, it's really fair that Ryzen wins the game. So if you're thinking to do some budget gaming, you should get this. And if you already got this, then you shouldn't be watching this video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you think this video is interesting, then hit the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. And if you think it sucked, then you know what to do. Until then, see you guys in the next one.